September 5, 2016 Awareness, Enlightening Articles, Spiritual Awakening 50 Inspirational Quotes from John Lennon. John Lennon was one of those rare people who was more influenced by peace and harmony than living an affluent life. His words were not only deep but inspiring. While John did not lead a very long life, his words remain immortal. 1. Love is the greatest refreshment in life. 2. Part of me suspects that I'm a loser, and the other part of me thinks I'm God Almighty. 3. My role in society, or any artist's or poet's role, is to try and express what we all feel. Not to tell people how to feel. Not as a preacher, not as a leader, but as a reflection of us all. 4. That's what the great masters and mistresses have been saying ever since time began. They can point the way, leave signposts and little instructions in various books that are now called holy and worshipped for the cover of the book and not for what it says, but the instructions are all there for all to see, have always been and always will. B5. Everybody loves you when you're 6 foot in the ground. 6. There is an alternative to war. It's staying in bed and growing your hair. 7. My defenses were so great. The cocky rock and roll hero who knows all the answers was actually a terrified guy who didn't know how to cry. Simple. 8. Well, I don't want to be king, I want to be real. 9. Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friends. 10. Trying to please everybody is impossible. If you did that, you'd end up in the middle with nobody liking you. You've just got to make the decision about what you think is your best, and do it. 11. I'm not going to change the way I look or the way I feel to conform to anything. I've always been a freak. So I've been a freak all my life and I have to live with that, you know. I'm one of those people. 12. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. 13. One thing I can tell you is you have to be free. Come together, right now, over me. 14. Life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. 15. Time you enjoy wasting was not wasted. 16. Music is everybody's possession. It's only publishers who think that people own it. 17. Only by trying on other people's clothes do we find what size we are. 18. Produce your own dream. If you want to save Peru, go save Peru. It's quite possible to do anything, but not if you put it on the liters and the parking meters. Don't expect Carter or Reagan or John Lennon or Yoko Ono or Bob Dylan or Jesus Christ to come and do it for you. You have to do it yourself. 19. Declare it. Just the same way we declare war. That is how we will have peace. Just need to declare it. 20. Surrealism had a great effect on me because then I realized that the imagery in my mind wasn't insanity. Surrealism to me is reality. 21. When you do something noble and beautiful and nobody noticed, do not be sad. For the sun every morning is a beautiful spectacle and yet most of the audience still sleeps. 22. Happiness is just how you feel when you don't feel miserable. 23. If everyone could just be happy with themselves and the choices people around them make, the world would instantly be a better place. 24. You know the way people begin to look like their dogs? Well, we're beginning to look like each other. 25. A mistake is only an error, it becomes a mistake when you fail to correct it. 26. I believe in God, but not as one thing, not as an old man in the sky. I believe that what people call God is something in all of us. I believe that what Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha and all the rest said was right. It's just that the translations have gone wrong. 27. The thing the 60s did was to show us the possibilities and the responsibility that we all had. It wasn't the answer. It just gave us a glimpse of the possibility. 28. Christianity will go. It will vanish and shrink. I don't know what will go first, rock and roll or Christianity. We're more popular than Jesus now. Jesus was alright, but his disciples were thick and ordinary. It's them twisting it that ruins it for me. 29. We live in a world where we have to hide to make love, while violence is practiced in broad daylight. 30. When I cannot sing my heart, I can only speak my mind. 31. You're all geniuses, and you're all beautiful. You don't need anyone to tell you who you are. You are what you are. Get out there and get peace, think peace, and live peace and breathe peace, and you'll get it as soon as you like. 32. I believe in everything until it's disproved. So I believe in fairies, the myths, dragons. It all exists, even if it's in your mind. Who's to say that dreams and nightmares aren't as real as the here and now? 33. Everything is clearer when you're in love. 34. I'm not really a career person, I'm a gardener, basically. 35. Sometimes you wonder, really wonder. I know we make our own reality, and we always have a choice, but how much is preordained? Is there always a fork in the road, and are there two preordained paths that are equally preordained? There could be hundreds of paths where one could go this way or that.